Welcome everyone to the World Session from this is Le Urban Retreat, and my name is Terry Ann Nikitas, and we'll be doing a session to help us out for this week of November 28th, 2023. We have weekly sessions live, or you can listen wherever you find on social media or on my website, which is leurbanretreat.com. All right, so this week we're looking at, winter's going to start to come in for obviously in the southern hemisphere, it's going to be summer, and you won't be as susceptible to virus because sunlight, etc., is going to help you out. But the colder areas in the world, we're looking at enhancing our immune system, these lines of defense that the body needs to work with. And by the way, it's not just the body, it's the body mind, because mind will influence what comes in. If my mind, is feeling vulnerable, I don't feel good, I could be more susceptible, not only to a virus, but I could be more susceptible to someone else's energy. And as we know, there's evidence out there that, we can pick up someone's stress levels. We can pick up their adrenaline, even from their sweat, even from, a lot of things that a group, as we know, women who are together, their menstrual cycle will sync up, right? So here we are trying to take care of our hormones, but we could be sitting with a bunch of people who are super stressed, and then it throws our hormones off. So we want to build up this beautiful defense system that's going to support how our particular the particular requirement in each and every person that's listening to this or decides to listen, or even is influenced by someone else. Yeah, it's someone else getting this session. Yeah, there's an influence there too. So, oh yeah. Right. I just got this sense that, I know a lot of people get all kinds of different sessions. And if they're getting sessions and I'm in their presence, I can be influenced by those healing factors as well. So looking at the strength of healing that comes through as well. So we're not just catching negative things from people. It's not really catching, it's just picking up or inhaling, like we inhale pheromones, that kind of thing. So we look at all the five senses, we look at the immune system, we look at the respiratory system and the digestive system. These are, the ways your body is telling me, hey, this is how everything's going to come in. So I'm just going to get the cortices and just look at that cortical balance. And we want to get that really descending through the entire fascial system and our beautiful neuromuscular system. So actually, I want to say muscular neuro. Why I want to say it that way is that my muscular system relaxes, the fascia relaxes, we repair scar tissue. So even if you feel somewhere, like I get a little bit of knotting here, so I'm just going to agitate that area. Now I can't, if I look there, I won't see a scar, but I can agitate the area and feel, wow, it's really hurt. So there's contracted tissue, so I can work that through. This is a body talk technique, but there are other techniques you can use. You can check out block therapy. It's a Canadian gal from Winnipeg. A shout out to her. She's great for helping you to release your fascia. But there are all kinds of different ways to release fascia. So I can already feel that fascial system, but think of your gut and that small intestine, how big it is, how long it is. It's so long, and it has so much difficulty, with food that we eat. If you eat bad food or you eat combinations, or our food can be tainted. Not that it hasn't been tainted historically. By the way, this is coming in because our food's been tainted throughout history. Yeah, okay, so there's other ways that food is tainted. The problem I'm getting today This is not to reject any data out there at all about what's going on with pollutants. They are out there and they influence us. What I'm going to work with today is the amount and the rapidity of those toxins. So let's say, we're wandering on the plains and we come across some food. It's got a little bit of, let's say, fecal matter in it, and we eat it, and the body has to go through taking care of it. Well, now we've got a lot more going on. We've got food that has fecal matter from all over the planet. Okay, different areas of the planet. Then we have pesticides. Then we have hormones. Then we have all kinds of other things that are bothering us. We've got genetically modified foods. We've got strange foods that we eat that historically we didn't eat. And I mean, strange foods like soy milk for a really long period of time. I know people know today that it's not so great for you. It can cause, soy can cause breast cancer, increased breast cancer, and different kinds of cancers. It's just not that great. I remember I drank it for a period of time and I felt horrible. And then finally I realized, hey, it's this soy milk. I cut it out, and that strange feeling I had. I was drinking it for months, by the way. It was, months and months. Did not like it. Now, the other thing we do, I'm not telling you what to eat or what not to eat. I'm just saying, look within your body and see what's going on. Like, what is with this almond milk and oat milk? First of all, they're not milk. They're the juice of those things, right? They're not really, they're not coming from breasts. Yes. They're not coming from teats. So, kind of think about when things are not so great in your body. Hey, this is extremely processed, right? Even though it's under health food, it's extremely processed. So something to think about. Now, your body could very well have adapted to it and you're fine. What we're looking at in this session is to support adaptation, to support our adaptation to whatever goes in our bodies, whatever goes in our bodies. It's not about just what's bad or what's good. We could be eating perfectly, but we're not adapting to something. That's going to be the stomach and the pancreas. That pancreas has got to work really, really hard. It's got to send all kinds of enzymes into the stomach. There's this guy named Dave Matson. I think he's out in BC. He talks about food combining. Food combining is pretty old way of doing things. And when you combine foods that use the same types of enzyme, it's much easier for us to digest. But we tend to mix a lot of things. Like I notice right away I become bloated if I mix foods. So let's say you have a green with a protein, you're doing okay. Usually that digests well, but add a little rice to that, you might notice you get bloated. So something to think about to help your system work things out, eat different types. You have to check out the food combining. So all I'm doing here is giving you information, remember, none of this is medical advice, and none of it is to tell you that you're doing something right or wrong. It's to have this information and kind of look at, hey, is my body feeling uncomfortable when I'm doing these things? Maybe I need to look into it. Maybe I need to look into food combining. Maybe I need to look into, whatever I'm eating. Maybe it's something that my body can't tolerate or is not yet ready to tolerate. Or maybe it's combined with something. Like, who says, is almond milk good? Not good? Who knows? But it could be combining it with something that is causing a problem. So let's look at, if you feel into your tummy. So all the time I've been talking, what I do is I'm checking in my body mind to see if this has any pertinence with anyone. And it does, because I'm feeling an unraveling just below the pancreas to the navel. So we're going to bring in your years, not years, your months of fetal life. In those months, your body was already establishing, hey, here's my ancestry. This is what I ate in my ancestry. We know, a lot of us, come from different places around the world. Who knows where we come from? Half the time when you go check ancestry.com, you're like surprised as to where you come from. And then you're somewhere else on the planet and your body has to adapt. Doesn't mean it hasn't, it can, but there could be aspects in your genetics that have not adapted. This is where we're going to use stem cell to support the stomach's ability to adapt and the pancreas's ability to adapt. Now I feel a little nauseous on that one. And we want to start rejuvenating. So getting ourselves, instead of just, the accumulation of everything we've been through in our lives. Now, some of you are very, very young, and some of us are a little bit older, and some of us are much older. And I don't like to look at my age as being something that is, oh my God, I'm getting older. That's a problem. No, it is, I'm getting older and I have cumulative effects throughout my life of things that might not have been dealt with. And that's what I want to go get now, that cumulative effect, and get the stem cells to go in and repair those areas and allow the detoxification process to occur. Now, you might focus on different parts of you. For some reason, which I never thought would come up at all for me, is my stomach. And it's the lower part of my stomach as it goes into the duodenum and the small intestine. Now, those of you feeling this, then it would be the same for you. But if you notice there's something else in an organ, or you have something going on, like some of us have heart issues, some of us has kidney issues, bladder, lungs, colon, I have something with everything. So I could focus on everything, but I'm just going to focus on the area that's standing out to me right now. And you could do the same, or you can allow yourself to go to your weakness. It's okay. It doesn't matter if you don't have any, or you're not worried, or you're just fine. You're just going to breathe. So as you know, breathing is the number one healing process, right? There's a book out there called Perfect Breath, Perfect Health. If we all breathe properly, we could take care of so many problems in our body, but it's to get ourselves to breathe properly. So let's just do some nice diaphragmatic breathing. Don't push anything. Be really gentle with your bodies. So you can't see everyone here, but there are a lot of people who just started yawning on that one. And just inhale through your nose. It's, the nasal passages are, the way we're supposed to breathe. And breathe out through your mouth is just fine, or through your nose, or you could do, single breathing through the nasal passages. So you can inhale through the left and exhale through the right. Inhale and inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. I kind of play around, go in and out, go through, just to make sure everything's moving. And remember, your belly should be moving. It's not the chest that moves, it's the belly. The belly moves because the diaphragm pulls the bell of the diaphragm pulls downward when we exhale. Sorry, I'm mixing myself up. It pulls downward when we inhale, so it squishes all our organs and opens up the lungs and sucks the air in. A lot of people breathe like this and they fill their chest up. You're only getting the top part. You're not allowing the diaphragm to pull your lungs down and fill them up. It's like a bellows. It works on its own. So just breathe and let's feel into the muscular system. Notice anywhere from the tip of your head to the tip of your feet, fingertips, anywhere in your body, you might notice contraction. You might notice stiffness. You might notice, oh, it's a little bit tighter over there. Let's allow the breath to go to these areas so we can really work through the SCAR technique in the muscular system, going deep into the fascial system. Okay, so something's coming up, and that's the zygoma. The zygoma are the cheekbones. All right, so let's play around a little bit with the cheekbones. You can go underneath here and press up. It can be quite painful. We're going to open that up. So you might notice when you do that, the jaw falls down. Let your jaw fall. And then feel your lower back. Notice your lower back, your SI. Notice your belly. So when I do it, my lower back relaxes. Then the SI joints, those are the sacroiliac joints, relax. And I notice my belly fell. And then when I just sort of come back, I'm going to do it again. Yeah, it's like everything is just falling. Now, the reciprocal to the zygoma is the pubic bone. So it would make sense that, that area you might notice something shifting and changing in there. That small intestine is, excuse me, is really working itself. I can really feel like the pancreas, the stomach, the duodenum, the jejunum, it's just all kind of working to release, I would say. So we're going to do a little extra release. And it's going right up. So we really want to get our brains. So the whole body mind is a huge brain, but we do separate the head brain, the heart brain, and the gut brain. So here, if you focus in on your heart brain, the one we don't use very much, we pay a lot of lip service to the heart. So the head brain is the one that sends all these formulas for our body to deal with things. That's what we're actually doing in this session, is linking things up like a formula. And that formula, the brain takes care of. Your brain takes care of it. I don't do anything. We don't do a darn thing. We're just observing these things. If your body wants to take it, it does. If it doesn't, well, it doesn't. Then we've got the gut brain that makes our decisions, right? It takes out the dirty and keeps the good, takes the pure in and the impure goes out. So we're just going to connect that to the colon. So our colon is really clearing things out, and the skin, the integumentary system. And we want the respiratory system to also be clearing. And we're going to go into the heart, where a lot of things go on. The heart helps us, it elicits dopamine. Breathe, that's the joy hormone or neurotransmitter. You get some relaxation through the heart. I've never thought about this before, but it's coming up. Like, the heart doesn't care about the rest of the things we care about. There's no ego there. There's no ego. Though you can pile ego on top of the heart and you can't hear your heart, but if you get to your heart, there's no ego. There's even no I. It just, things are whatever, relaxed, nice. Life is going on, full engagement, full experience. There we go. Whoa, I just felt the release in the. So you can check your particular problems. I got a particular problem in the neck, and it's just really hurting right now. So obviously, I'm going to give you an interpretation now. My heart, that has some ego I, thinks that it controls things, is just trying to release from the neck, where I think I'm the doer. And we are not the doer, we are being done. Though it appears we're doing, right? It appears I'm doing something, but I'm doing nothing. All right, just breathe, and we're going to dump that out, the small intestine. So there's like gook in the lower part of the small intestine, like this black kind of miasma type thing, as they say, and I think it's homeopathy, that needs to be moved and removed from the navel. All right, so if you notice you're sweating, and you might smell, I'm absolutely sweating. I don't know about smelling it. I'll have to ask somebody if I smell, but definitely sweating. So the integumentary system is working strongly. And by the way, you might feel a strong urge to defecate. That might occur. So here we go. I hope you enjoyed that. And remember, none of this is a replacement for medical advice and YouTube. Please notice I'm not telling anyone anything. These are just different ideas. Thank you so much and have a great day, everyone. Bye.